Hello and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be doing a Recollector's Pass event. Fortunately, I already did this one in the last video. But basically all they said was, the leader, I forget his name, was like, hey, you've been getting lazy and neglecting your duties, go do these trials. And that's the basics of it. During the Tranquil Trail trial, Sarouche would need to use the fruit and curious scattered nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. During the trial, Sarouche can throw out an unlimited number of fruits. As these fruits hit different curious, various effects will be triggered that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you could use analysis to summarize the specialties of the various curious and uninvited guests, thus figure out a way to drive them. Okay. Okay, so I just dropped the fruit. Okay, I see. What do these even do? I think I'll wait for this guy to get in front of it and see. Okay. And it says to destroy all the barrels too. I assume this is going to be in the way of that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you want, let's set those on fire. And this will only be, let's see what T does. Okay. Okay, that's all the barrels. Now we just kill everybody and that's it, right? Okay, that trial was rather easy. Okay, now we go to the next one. During the Reinforced Remnants trial, Sarouche can use memory fragments to check important remnances. You must assist Sarouche in finding the correct location to complete said remnants. Once you reach the correct location, use the memory fragment to match the remnants with the actual site to complete it. After the trial starts, your time will start ticking down. Once it finishes doing so, Sarouche will receive a hint to help her find the correct location. Okay, so I'm looking for this. That's right there. And then E. And then match it. Okay, easy enough. Okay. Is this the last stop for our first day? We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times. The pale floater is so confident, then why not swap roles with me? I will play the audience, you be the speaker. Yeah, let's give it a try. Here comes Paimon. Placed before us, covered with flowers and flowing water, is the oasis. This place doesn't have, right. This place isn't infested with the demons of death, and is home of the Pari. There are many Pari here. The best among them is one called Zervan. Sarouche, you were born here too, right? Though you were different from the other Pari. For example, while the other Pari only sound kinda weird when they speak, you sound really weird. You all came from the same waters, but why is it that only you are so strange? Hey! Paimon's not lying. When you were speaking to the Order of Skeptics, your words were kind of weird. Well, the skeptics themselves sounded weird too, so there's that. Phew. Paimon saw all the other party were going to be exactly like you. In fact, Paimon was worried about that until we finally got to the Oasis and met Zervan. Then we found out that only you are like, how should Paimon put this? You have a particular way of speaking to the Order of Skeptics, right? Seems the Order of Skeptics had too much of an influence on her. I will not deny that. Seeing you as you have no objections, Paimon will keep going. There's a big stump in the Oasis. Pale Floater, you absolute. It's a Harvey in the Oasis. Man, these party names sure are a mouthful, and it totally is a big stump, isn't it? Paimon remembers you saying that stump is also a god, and the party have a deep relationship with it. Though these are indeed the facts, letting the Pale Floater describe them would be too unflattering. I shall resume the role of the speaker. Alright, but Paimon saw she was making it easy to understand. Regardless, 500 years ago our great god gave fall to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amrita here is the last gift from the Divide. Nourished by the Amrita, the Harvey and the Pari emerged. The eldest of the Pari and my elder is Zervan. My birth came much later, so I was not a personal witness to those events. I heard my elder speak of it, but Elder Zervan clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when they were first established, but after my birth, all contact seemed to be lost between them. Though my elder has long stated the importance of Pari traditions, she rarely mentions the past in details when she speaks with me. Instead, it was the Order of Skeptics, who enthusiastically shared the results of their historical research with me and approved my wish to follow in the footsteps of the Divine Bird. So after that, you slowly drift away from the other party and learn your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics? Well, I suppose that could be seen as correct, objectively speaking. Sounds like a rebellious phase. Rebellious phase? I heard the humans in the Order of Skeptics mention something about this. They said the researchers in the forest experience a Satyada life, or something like that. This rebellious phase, a similar thing that humans progress through? Maybe you could think of it as a necessary process for growth. It's not entirely like the Satyada life thing that the researchers experience. In fact, Paimon heard that plenty of human children experience it. Generally, kids going through a rebellious phase will resist the care of their parents and try to assert their independence. That's why Paimon heard anyway. Just like you did. Maybe my life has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I have now returned to the Oasis and earned the Kalvrana's favor. You're amazing, Sarush. Never mind, Pale Floater. It means nothing to be patronized by one as immature as you. That's all for today. Yes, Napati, do you or the Pale Floater wish to ask anything? Speaking of, are the Pari and Aranara related in any way? What do you SS? Because the Pari and Aranara are both small, but are still capable of great things. You describe your adventures with Rama and all the other Aranari to Sarush. How very important Festival Utsava appears to be. I heard my elder mention it once, but only thought of it as a little more than a joyful gathering for the Aranara. But if the Aranara have their own day, why do we Pari possess nothing of equivalence? I must mention this to my elder. Why do you want a party festival? Is it because you can eat lots of tasty snacks during the festival? Of course not. The party festival should have humans offering their odes and songs to us, while I get to choose the best singer of the lot. That doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans anyway. It's more like a high-pressure competition. But it is an enjoyable celebration for me, yes? Hence I believe my elder may also enjoy such an occasion. Perhaps. Nirvana is right. For Sarush to become a so-called Bloom Guard, she might need a bit more training. Okay, and the next part of the event is over here. It appears the first part of your training went well. I'm gonna go that far. Sarush isn't nearly as amazing as she says she is, so she'll have to try even harder for what comes next. Ha! Then I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Alright, about listening to Sarush tell stories, it turns out that Sarush went through a rebellious phase. Speak no more of this. Anyhow, I have finally shed that stage of my life. The important thing is that I, with my Yasnapati and the Pale Floater, recalled the history following the birth of the party, and spoke of the familiars of the forest and their special festival. The fact that we as party do not have such a celebration of our own makes me troubled. Do you not feel the same, Elder? If it were up to me, we should let humans attend the party festival and hear from them the praises they sing for the party. Afterward, I shall pick best singer. To my knowledge, Festival Utsalva is not a day to be so willfully and wastefully spent. Paimon always thought Sarush's desire to get humans to record her deeds was different from the other party. Is this also the influence of the Order of Skeptics? That is the very reason why recalling and pondering the past is significant. Whatever happens, I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Okay, next trial. In intrepid impulse, Sarush must reach destination within the time limit. The more the time Sarush has left upon completion, and the more valiant Korea she obtains, the higher your challenge score will be. During the trial, get close to glowing wreaths to borrow their power, and sprint forward over a certain distance and temporarily expand your collection AoE for valiant gorillas. Slate Draw's fruit also exists within the trials. After being hit by them, Sarush's vision will be briefly disrupted, and the time remaining on the trial will also decrease, resulting in a lower final score. Okay, so grab the flowers, don't hit anything. Simple enough. Okay, and then the AoE. And I guess that one's gonna shoot me upward. They don't even reach the flowers, so how are they even a threat? Guess that's to keep you on your path? I don't know. Of course, I'll probably have to do this again. So it'll probably be harder next time. Okay, 4,800. Good enough for me. Okay, next trial. Okay, correct location to remnants. I feel like it's over here. Okay, it is. Easy. Wait, Paimon remembers this place. We've been here before. Where are we again? Ruth brought us through here while bringing us to see the Ravine, remember? Paimon remembers that Sarush said this when it got sealed here because it was unlucky. Though what does it have to do with Sarush's training? Does the Ravine actually mean to say, haha, behold Sarush, behold the fate of the unfortunate? My elder is no pari of such idle nature. Back to the topic though, I did not elaborate on the Wuna in detail when we passed through here earlier. The catastrophe that caused it should be familiar to you. The one that happened 500 years ago? Indeed, the winnet must have been frozen in an instant, and it has been crystallized. Its form remains in perpetuity. It's as if it would start burrowing through the earth again once unsealed. This moment will be frozen in time. Paimon doesn't want to end up like that. You say what happened to the winnet happened in an instant. No, just thinking about it scares Paimon. I won't let it happen. Yeah, Paimon won't let something so horrible happen to Jiruma either. Then you should thank us, Pari. During those days of ruin, many species and races, including the Pari, gave their lives, sometimes even things more precious than their lives. Their sacrifices are why we are spared from facing the same irrevocable fate. And just so, as I went not there to witness the catastrophe, when this land faces danger once again, I must take action. Then, from what you're saying, this winnet is even older than you are, which should also make it your elder. However, it will not be returning to life. It has been sealed in this crystallized state for centuries. Perhaps the only fate that awaits it is gradual dissolution. With how severe the loss of life was during the catastrophe, the winnet, like countless other unfortunate souls, were frozen at the moment that calamity struck. But many more suffered even graver fates than this poor fool before us, for they had already worn away beneath the grinding passing of time itself. To this day, nothing remains of them, not memory, nor memorial. This one before us only lingers because of its immense size, and the fact that it has been hidden away in this cave from the glaring eye of the sun and lashing winds, thus the antagonist of its condition. However, no being on this land can overcome time. Not even remains and husks will endure. One day, there will be nothing left of it either. That sounds kinda sad, not having any trace that shows you lived once. The records left here by the humans should have something related to the winnet. I presume such a thing is rare for humans, no? From what I heard my elders say, aside from the Order of Skeptics, there were also researchers from the forest here seeking inquiry. Though some humans believe that the second winnet is the completed state of a quicksand ill, to hold such theories and assumptions makes one worry for the contents recorded by these humans. That information's not reliable at all. Think, these records are obviously false, yet you still enthusiastically found a human to serve as your Wasnapati? Maybe before this crystal was entirely corroded, the poems and odes dedicated to you will have changed beyond our recognition. Maybe the Bloomguard mentioned in the odes might not be pink or cute, but instead have a rough but reliable exterior, mild and respectable personality, and act with rationality and calmness. That sounds like a lot like the idealized image of a guardian. But that sounds nothing like you, Sarush. Absolutely not. Wait, I believe I understand what my elder desires. She must be reminding me to find a better way to record my deeds. My elder does possess foresight indeed. I must offer her my deepest thanks. Paimon doesn't think she meant that. Okay, so we go talk to the elder again. Looks like you successfully completed your training. Oh, we got it done, but Rouge. After seeing that crystallized winnet, she said with real sincerity that even though it had existed for centuries, one day it would still disappear without a trace. Then immediately afterward, when we mentioned that her odes might be distorted as well, her mood changed instantly. But of course, the deeds of us Pari should be eternal. How can such a thing be compared to that which might part into dust and ash? If something cannot be recorded properly, then there must be something wrong with the method. You wish to remind me of this fact, which is why you sent me to view the crystallized winnet. Am I right, Elder Zurvan? That's the way you see it. Interesting. Do you care nothing for the renown of the Pari? If you're speaking of renown in the way humans understand it, not so much. Whatever you say, the present-day members of the Order of Skeptics are so very dull. Of course, if there are more interesting individuals like Jiruma or Paimon, then that would be a different case entirely. Hehe, a compliment from Zurvan. I guess thanks. Appreciate the praise, Elder. Hold. You can't call her Elder. Sarush, there's no need to be stingy. Zervan is the eldest here, so us calling her Elder is reasonable, right? Alright, enough idle chatter. If Sarush still thinks so highly of this human notion of renown, then the training that comes next might be just right. Alright, I await your good news. Okay, I guess I come up from here. I'm curious real quick, how many... I'm on day 3. And 3 more, okay. Really?
Everyone hold hands. Let's play.
Stabilize.
Here we go. Hey. Yeah. 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 Everyone hold hands.
Gather.
Shine down. Brace yourselves.
Okay. Okay. One of them dropped the bomb thing. Okay. And I assume we want to hit this water. Okay, I guess you don't break those. Set this on fire. Okay, you don't set it on fire, you just break it. I wonder if that would break those. We'll find out. And hit this. Let's see, this will scare him, right? Yeah, okay. Then we have to, actually that comes through here and there. Okay. Now I guess we'll wait for these guys to line up. Oh wait. Well, I should have done it while he was closer. Okay, it does break those. But I have to do it twice to get him to. And this should break those ones. I'm missing one. Oh, no, that just got it. And then the last 4 people are here. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, and the next one's over here. Which I assumed another one of them. Find the location. And talk about the locations at once. Yep. Okay, there was a big swirly. I don't see it. leave the trial area. Hey, what am I supposed to be taking a picture of? Got 6 seconds to find it. Oh, yeah. Is it supposed to be like this? But that's not there. I already cleared that out with the quest. Hey, isn't this the place we passed by looking for Mary? I saw Mary gonna be here right now, right? All those thorns, they should be Mary's companions. They look pretty good. Speaking of which, they helped us a lot. Pale Floater, did you forget all that I have accomplished? No way. You might complain a lot, but you do care about your people, right? What did you do, Sarush? I can't seem to recall. How could you be so forgetful, Yaznapati? The punish you is the task of several more odes. Haha, Paimon knew it. You've got a big bark to go with your soft heart. Malicious slander. I was only here because I wished to earn the chaplet. If the elder hadn't made me come. Well, whatever you say, Mehir's part of the reason you even managed to claim the twin horn chaplet. Shouldn't you thank her for that at least? Her? For such a figure, once stained and still struggling thusly, I'd say she would only be worthy any merit after another 10 cleansing pilgrimages. 10 is way too many. Wait a minute. Second thought, Paimon thinks it wouldn't be too hard. No, the way isn't long. Running it repeatedly does make me tired. Huh? I expected an adventurer to be used to such a life by now. From the name, Paimon thought we would be walking for 10 days and nights. As it turns out, we didn't even need to go that far. The shortness of this trail is making Paimon suspicious. If it was as long as the Oceanid's pilgrimage, then perhaps I would respect her. As it stands now, I can only state that the distance of the cleansing pilgrimage suits Mehir. The Oceanid's pilgrimage? After the catastrophe, a great number of Oceanids come from Fontaine to Sumeru, with the pass they walked becoming their so-called holy pass. Strange, why would the Oceanid need to come to Sumeru? Pilgrimage? A pilgrimage for what? I only heard of such a thing from my elder. Though there have been Oceanids from Fontaine, I haven't truly looked into it. Could it be for the Harvey? Right, Sarush said that the Harvey was the god that let Pari be born. If honor's a big deal here, then the thing most deserving of it is definitely the Harvey. But what's the potential relationship between the Oceanids and the Harvey? Don't tell Paimon the Oceanids and Pari are like distantly related. Looking at you carefully, Paimon's really beginning to see the resemblance. Haha, Paimon hasn't discovered any road-shaking secrets, has she? Maybe a bit. The slander flows from your lips again, Pale Floater. I know nothing of any Oceanid. You're probably right. Sarush did say that the distance Oceanids need to travel for their pilgrimage is far longer than Mehir's cleansing. But if that's true, does that mean the Oceanids are stronger than the Pari? Is Sarush admitting defeat? What? I didn't mean that. In all seriousness, the cleaning pilgrimage is not actually tied to distance. It is more of a symbolic affair, showcasing a rise and return to form. That sounds impressive, but regardless, it is irrational to brush all Pari as lesser than Oceanids, not because of any bias I may or may not have regarding Mehir. Speaking of which, why did Zervan say that the next part of the training was just right for the Sarush? It doesn't look like anything special here. Also, Mehir is missing too. Though if she was here, Sarush probably wouldn't talk to her properly either. They are pretty different in a lot of ways. One is round, Mehir doesn't need a Yaznapati. Yeah, he also said that being forgotten is a good That fool. If her existence and her efforts over these centuries are forgotten, then what was it all for? Maybe that's a question that Zervan wants Sarush to think about. Seems that Sarush still needs some time. Okay, go back to the Zervan. Without knowing, the training has progressed to its latter half. How are things going? There's still some room for improvement. Though once Rush tells the stories, there really seems to be some self-reflection happening. Dialogue is a good way for Sarush to learn, especially as the people she's talked to are more interesting than those of the Order of Skeptics. Elder, you are being arbitrary. Daruma is a remarkable Yasnapati, but not all of the Order of Skeptics members are. Perhaps they do have momentary instances of virtue between sessions of flattery and deception. I see you still need convincing. We will let our witness, Daruma and Paimon, give a review regarding your performance. Of course, that is after you finished your recounting. Okay. Another flying one, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, these aren't really enough pass. Oh, I messed up there. Oh well. I don't know what kind of score I'm even needing for any of these. Okay, another one of them take the pictures. Okay, I can assume I'm taking a picture of that tree. That was the tree we activated, I think. I mean, that should be going right about here, right? Yeah. Maybe back this way more. Okay. It's so quiet, no one's here. Even if Roshni was here, it should still be quiet. Quite quiet. Yeah, but if she was here, we would need to talk softer. She's always had a sleepy look on her face, and she didn't seem too happy when we woke her using the Cory drums. Paimon heard that the quieter someone is, the worse it gets when they get angry. Who knows what Roshni is like when she's enraged. Then should that be true, my Yasnapati? Is the one we should fear the most, yes? Huh? Oh, Paimon knows it best. Though Daruma isn't one for talking, he is still super nice, right? I'ma say nothing. Okay, Daruma, you gotta say something. The silence is actually making Paimon nervous. Very well, let us refocus. As you behold, this tree is called Barsam, and Roshnu isn't familiar, though she is absent right now. And nothing. There's nothing more to say of Roshnu and the Barsams. Feels like you were hiding something, right? About the Cory drums? Hiding? Observe. As for the drums, haven't you already seen them in use? Speaking of which, Paimon remembers Roshni saying that she's the one who threw the Cory drums elsewhere. That really surprised Nasjuna. Paimon recalls you were really nervous then, and didn't respond to Nasjuna's questioning. The way it looks now, the Order of Skeptics archives were really off on the mark. Though playing the drums did wake Roshni. Paimon seems to understand why Zurvan doesn't trust the current Order of Skeptics. Thanks, Sarush. Did they really help? The clues they gave are half-truths at best. The current generation of the Order of Skeptics indeed does have some liking members, but like a tree, no matter how many leaves flourish, there will always be some that will shrivel and dry. Once these dry leaves break and scatter, those that will remain, they will be the ones that can be relied upon. Yes. How did the Order of Skeptics become like this? I also want to know. It is because I have been with the Order of Skeptics too long that I grew unable to discern their gradual changes. Only when I began to speak with you and other outsiders did I realize the Order of Skeptics had changed. It's been a few hundred years. Besides their name being the same, they must have cycled through a few generations of different members already. With the fame I seek, the fame I wish for the Yasnapati to eulogize for me, and also rode into this, was everything that changed, carrying only a hollow title for others to recall? Is that what my elder wishes that I learn? No, it shouldn't be, but... Sarush, there's no need to be down. Maybe Zervan didn't mean that. Seeing Sarush so depressed makes Paimon feel like she did something wrong. Maybe we should have Zervan cheer her up? Okay, we'll go do that. Oh, Sarush, you appear weary. Did you find an obstacle to your progress? Should we call it an obstacle or a sense of confusion? You recount what was said during your talk with Sarush to Zervan. I see. However, the records of human deviating from actual reality isn't anything new. They are a forgetful and prejudiced people, after all. Considering how vast and complex the affairs of the world generally are, observers might be able to get an overview of the major details, but not be able to grasp the minutiae. Those present during said affairs might be direct witnesses, but still find themselves unable to move beyond their personal subjectivity. Oh, this doesn't feel very comforting. Oh, so you wish for me to provide some warm words to placate Sarush? Did you forget that this is part of her training? To be able to overcome problems by oneself. That's the point of training, right? Paimon guesses that makes sense. If Sarush cannot meet this task successfully, then all that can be said is that she is unworthy of the title of Bloomguard and will not be able to bear the weight of the Trinhorn Chaplet. And when the time comes, gentle though I am right now, I can only do what must be done, no matter how cruel. Will you take my chaplet from me? As for the punishment for failure, I suppose you would discover that yourself, should you truly fail. If Sarush doesn't want to be pawed, she better try extra hard now. Okay. The swords, that's the drop of the bombs, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll start off by burning all these. I wonder if this will get them to stop running in circles. Okay, it did. We'll burn this. This I'm gonna wait till they're close. Now. It got one of them, but not the other. Damn it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that scared both of them. Let's see, I could wait. I gotta burn this. Then I guess I'll start knocking some. Oh, no, I see water over here. That should move those two. Let's see. Alright, let's take out this pass once they walk back in front of it. Oh, they were walking together too. Damn it. So I'm gonna... Oh shit, I hit that too soon. Okay, I still got him. And now... I should have waited for those two to come back. That did not do what I wanted it to. Okay. That means the 5 here now. So as long as I get that one that's running in circles, which I didn't. Oh my god! Okay, I'm hitting this weight. Finally! Am I even going to be able to finish this now? Okay, this should do it. Okay, good. Okay, another picture. Okay. So... Okay, I think I got it. So I need this here. Meaning it should be way over here. Yep. It has long been a familiar sight to me, but now I feel only conflicted thinking about it. Huh? On the bright side, this maybe means that Sarush has matured. I know not if this is growth or a decline instead. Cheer up, Sarush. It's not like you to get so down. Right, since we're already here, why don't you tell us about the early history of the Order of Skeptics? Although things are the way they are now, there must have been a point to their establishment, right? Otherwise, Irvine wouldn't have helped them, and you wouldn't have been drawn to them. Very well, if you wish to listen, I will speak. However, you must know that my birth came after the Order of Skeptics was formed. What happened prior is but hearsay to me as well. It was said that before all that transpired, there were some of the absolute purity and virtue who attempted to spread the word that catastrophe was imminent. But carrying a message does not halt the coming of ruin. Soon darkness washed over the lands as roiling tides drowning all that lived in fear. Just as we saw of the Winnet, even the strongest creatures were crystallized, perishing during the event. Comparatively, with how soft and weak humans are, the resulting scurrying cannot be considered a personal feeling. But some individuals arrived, rushing into the maelstrom that was the calamity. Those people, the First Order of Skeptics. Indeed, their leader was Nagarjuna. He once was a researcher who worked in the depths of the woods, but he put roots down here to help alleviate the aftershocks of the catastrophe. Yes, and there was another one with golden hair. Though my elder spoke little of him, he should count as an interesting individual, I think. It's a real shame that he only lived a few hundred years ago. If he was still here, Paimon would love to see him meet Jiruma. Then we could see who's more interesting. I wish I know who it is. It's that companion, the companion of your sister. I forget his name though. With the abyss. Well, why are we competing? Following this, after my birth, after effects of the catastrophe stabilized. So Sarush had nothing to do then? Not entirely. as the filth will never be fully eradicated. It's just that noble sacrifices like this one made by the divine bird, Smurg, were no longer needed. What's more, such duties have already been performed by Mahir, Rashnu, and other Pari predating me. After Nagarjuna, the elder slowly broke off contact with the Order of Skeptics. However, the skeptics themselves remained ever interested in us Pari. But I suppose this is nothing strange. To them, after all, we Pari are heroes worthy of songs and odes. The strong feelings of admiration we inspire are more than deserved. During that time, I often heard them loudly singing their poems and odes, and with the passing of time, the scenes of the divine bird sacrifice grew ever more vivid. Yet my elder treats this as if it is a paltry thing. Sounds like Thrush got buttered up by the honeyed words. What? No, impossible. Clearly wanted to imitate the divine bird because I was moved by its passion and will. The only reason why I associated with the Order of Skeptics was because they would tell me about the happenings of years past. Of course, it wasn't like they didn't heap an appropriate amount of praise for me. It's the same story, but told in an exaggerated way to get people's attention. Even Paimon likes listening to exciting stories. Oh, but if their intention was to record actual history, then they definitely did something wrong. Indeed. Regardless if it is I or the humans of the Order of Skeptics, those who condition themselves to accept hyperbole as ordinary will see themselves become like this. The Order of Skeptics archives were no longer simple, truthful records. Instead, they were filled with all manner of embellishments and subjective opinions. And unknowingly, I began to put renown beyond action itself. Looks like you finally get it. She seems more energetic than she was when she came here. Isn't this a good thing? Now Zervan won't be asking to take the chaplet, will she? Training is almost at its end. You'll definitely win Zervan's approval. Okay. This is the last one, or is there one more? Set up them after this. You look much happier than we last spoke. Seems things have gone well? From what I've learned during doing these tasks, I have grown. For now. You are worthy of being called Bloomguard? No, not yet. There is still a final portion of the task that I need to complete. Till all the tasks are done, until your respect is earned, I am not finished. Only then can the Twin Horn Chaplet truly belong to me. Oh, looks like you're actually beyond your rebellious phase after all. Just as was claimed. Elder, you still remember that? Forget, I beg of you. Regardless, it's good to see that your spirits have returned. Daruma, Paimon, please be witnesses to the truth of whether Sarush is worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. Then I'll await you at the end. See you soon. Okay. I guess come from here. The flying one. Yeah, I don't even see how you would hit those, unless you do it intentionally. Did I grab that one? Yeah. Yeah. How do you hit those on accident? next is another picture one. I assume anyways. Yeah. I guess I'll come from here.
Every journey has
Yeah.
its final day.
This don't seem like a bad spot to come from. Okay. Let's see, where's the hole in the ground? Oh, we already got rid of the hole in the ground. Pretty sure it's high up. Okay. This is looks nothing alike anymore. The Tanigi Hollow from before, the epicenter of the disaster of years past. Wow, Mama didn't think Sarush would really be able to extinguish the sign of Apaosha and solve all the trouble happening here. Extinguishing the sign of Apaosha is but the duty of the Bloom Guard. Sarush only did as she should. It's all thanks to Mahira and Rashni's help. Yeah, and we put in plenty of work too. Splendid. So nice of you, my Yasnapati and the Pale Floater, to look beyond the person of greatest importance. Me. Whoa, Sarush's arrogance makes a grand return. Why do both of you still harbor such doubt in me after our time together? My pride has never been born of blind ignorance. You should be well aware that I fully understand my past mistakes. Before I placed reputation above action, but now as I have learned, this is an act of purest neglect. Just as Merg became the divine bird through her sacrifice, I will become the Bloom Guard by my deeds and hear my name rightfully sung in praise of my service. Additionally, I have completed all the assignments you have given me, Elder. Now, even you must admit that I am one worthy of the title of Bloom Guard, worthy of the Twin Horde Chaplet. I indeed have no objection to the choice made by the Kavrana. What, did you expect me to object? No, I merely did not expect you to agree so easily, Elder. I expected a few rough words at least. I'm not nearly so vicious. About the responsibilities of a Bloom Guard, I did not actually gain any knowledge from the chaplet. Is it because I still not embody the traits of the Bloom Guard fully? Do I still lack training? For this, the title of Bloom Guard might be inherited, but the duties are always variable. I see. To state it simply, there are no fixed rules, and even more, there are no specific judging standards. Usually, the Kavrana's choice is final. Huh? So you're saying I will not be taking the Twin Horde Chaplet from you? Will not or cannot? Yeah, as Bruna herself said herself, the Kavrana's choice is final. That means that Zurban can't change it either, right? Oh ho ho, you really think so? Whoa, that's a little scary. I understand. This must be part of the test. Seems like Sarush is having an epiphany. You are a forgetful one, Pale Floater. I just said it. To pass these tests, besides competence and observation, the most important thing is understanding my past mistakes. Even if the outcome was already determined, would it not be retreading the path of folly if I cast aside all that I have learned during the training? So I think this must be the last test my Elder has left for me. To a worthy Bloom Guard, this is but a simple task. This is a sign of your complete trust in me, Elder. I didn't expect you to see right through me. The Kavrana chose well. But your changes, I suppose Daruma and Paimon bear some credit for that. Indeed, my esteemed Yasnapati and the pale floater are both beings of merit. Though I wish to say that I was potent enough alone, I think truly that only with their aid could I extinguish the sign of Apa-Osha. I didn't think that in so short a time Sarush could become so responsible. Of course, as long as I hold my responsibilities close to heart, then my elder need not worry for my sake. Paimon keeps thinking that Zervan might have planned this, but seeing Sarush is happy, Paimon can't really complain. And it's complete? Oh, looks like it. Let's see. Yep, everything's done. So that was the Recollector's Pass. So, if you've watched this, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have wonderful lives. Peace.